Soon as we step on the mic, man, you notice the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday, 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on hitting it's free for the play. Tap in right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every age. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. You know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
Hello, welcome to the Casual Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the communities, personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. I am your host, Coco, and joining me, of course, is the handsome DJ extraordinaire, Big Boscoe from the Bronx.
Yo, what's up?
And we also have early today, my pool, one of the Baltimore's most creative, fantastic, wonderful artist, Jude. And we have, well, we like to call him the mayor, Asheville's finest.
He's the mayor.
Paul. Hey, y'all.
What up? What up?
Hello
right.
there.
So we got a lot. I'm gonna just say this today, and right now we probably gonna have a 2-part show.
Probably.
But the volume. So today we're going to do a Q&A. So these are like a range of questions that have came to us over like the last couple of weeks during different shows, and we're going to answer them live. And you guys can also, you can type your questions if you're on YouTube or Facebook. You can put your questions in the chat. You can respond. You know how we interact. Yeah. So we're going to do that. Then whatever we don't get today, we're going to continue next week. So we're going to make sure, we always try to make sure we answer everybody. So we don't want to leave nobody out because we love you guys. So we're going to kick it off how we usually do. Mental health check-in, you know, of course, for the guests, it's always optional. I'm going to just kick it off because I'm in a great mood today. I'm honestly say like over the last couple of, my son's birthday was the other day. So happy birthday to my son and my grandson birthday. He will be 5 tomorrow. So happy early birthday, Brixton, and happy birthday, Eric. So I had a great weekend with my kids. You know, my brother hit a milestone today. So if he's watching, I love you, bro. We got this. When you come home, outside.
I got the back, bro.
We outside when you come home. So I'm actually really, 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 really happy about that. So through the midst of some storms, there's some great things. My final grades came. I'm excited. So I'm just waiting for my my degree to come in the mail. I'll be in Orlando in June to cross the stage. So I'm excited about that. And then I can plan the rest of my stuff accordingly. So I don't have nothing to be mad about. So if you got a problem with me, you got a problem with yourself, because I'm on one. So that's where I'm at.
Yes, sir.
So my mental health is great.
My mental health is all right. As you know, what I'm going through physically, that's the only thing that's frustrating, because you don't get much sleep, and you go through a lot of clothes. You got to take a shower twice a day or 3 times a day, depending on what the weather's like outside. But I'm good. The first step, well, actually the second step is tomorrow, and then the final step is in 2 weeks. And the final step is the one I'm waiting on. It's the longest one, but it's the one that I like. It's the one that I like. What is that? My camera's. Oh, my bad. I'm all live. I didn't even know that was private. I'm like, I see the chat. I didn't know it was a private chat. Let me get off the private chat for right now.
You guys want to go, or you want to leave?
Oh, my mental health good. I'm sorry, I'm braiding my hair. Today is braid hair and the moo day. So
in the who?
and your moo. Listen, look. Hold on, let me give y'all a little sneak peek of what I'm looking like. I see you. Boo out with the hair. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's me. me. I'm in here doing my hair. I'm having a good
Word.
day. I'm having a good week. Despite everything. Yeah, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood, real
Yeah,
good mood lately.
yeah, yeah. All right, word.
The way Paul just hit that little demonstration, I think he in a good mood
I
today
think he
too.
ready to
I seen
roll.
the light. Like I've been seeing that light these last couple of weeks.
I think he ready to roll.
I'm saying, I checked out city council the other day, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yesterday, damn. And I spoke about the I-26 connector
yeah,
about 2 meetings ago. So
yep,
now yesterday it was white folks in there speaking on it. So I said, yeah, I say these
yep.
motherfuckers are paying attention, but I say it's just the black people that's not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
But once the white folks got there and they started speaking about it, I kind of got in a good mood about sitting there not saying nothing. So that's still carrying over because there's been some crap going on, but I'm not letting it deflect from
Right.
the good mood I'm in.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
If
what's
y'all
up.
don't, if y'all don't know about the I-26 connector, those who are listening, it's a expressway that runs through Asheville. And Paul, how long have you been working on that thing?
But since 2004, something like that.
Thank you.
Maybe before then. It might start about 1994. Somewhere. It's been about 30, 40 years, something like that.
Yeah, they've been doing it that long.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Mm.
I
All right.
wasn't even here when they started.
You know why? You know why it take that long though? Because they keep going back to the 1800s with stuff, so it take them forever. If they still stuck back in that time, they ain't gonna never move forward and get nothing done. Why you get me started? Why you get me started, Bosco? Already.
Hey, Jude, the thing about it is they started it like down on and I mean West Asheville. They started it when you get on where I get on at, and it's like they had one part done, and then they started on the other part. Then the part they had done, they tore it right back up. I'm like, hey, I'm Paula. When I'm talking about, just went over there by the outlets, and I'm like, just when you pass the outlets to go
Okay.
to Skyland, I was like,
Right.
that shit was fixed. What the hell y'all
Well,
doing?
No, now you gotta
that's
ask
why,
them how much did it cost the taxpayers to do that?
well,
That's
see,
the
that's why so
question for
many
them,
wrecks out
Lord.
there.
Yeah,
That's why so many accidents out there because that
that
highway
curve.
pattern always changes, ever changing out through there.
Yes,
And people come through there flying and they don't know when the heck they're doing, and accidents be out there real bad.
because that one
And
turnpike,
so,
it's a real sharp one, and you won't see it till you get to it. And you're like, yo,
yeah.
yep,
But anyway, that's how it is. That's what they do.
yeah, yep,
But
Uh,
hopefully they make the 26 better because they want to make it a flyover
yeah,
where the doggone thing's supposed to go up underneath Patton Avenue instead of over the top of
over
it.
the top, yeah,
Yeah. Now they said people see now the white folks got there and say, hey, y'all know that this thing being built like this, if it go over that way, then y'all will have homeless people staying up under there in
right
camps and all
underneath,
that kind of stuff, and y'all
mm-hmm.
won't want to take care of them and stuff.
Yep,
So I mean, I don't know, but they supposed to go back to. They should take it back to where they had it, going
I
beneath Patton Avenue,
go under,
and
yeah,
that way Hillcrest
yeah,
and everything still have access to being going downtown there.
yeah, I agree, 100%.
It's a trip. But let's get down to the nitty gritty.
all right, so
Right.
before we start, I think Bosco has some thoughts. So we're going to do Bosco thoughts, and then we just going to roll right into the questions. It's a lot of them. I ain't going to lie to you, and we're going to answer them. But mostly the guys are going to be talking tonight. I'm gonna just say that. So
All right.
I'm a guy
Where's
tonight.
Mike at? Where's Mike at?
Hey, I wish because
listen, we doing good. We doing
yeah.
good.
Look, look, it's yeah, it's my class.
He be here in a minute. He
Yeah,
be
it'd be
here in a minute. I
It's just
bet.
gonna take that one right question, and Mike gonna be like, "Let me in, Rich."
yep, yep. Well, after he hear what I'm about to say, he'll be here. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my daughter. Her birthday was yesterday, April 8th. That's the future. Yeah, India. She turned
Oh, happy
37.
birthday!
I'm getting old. She turned
Birthday.
37.
Woo!
Also, there was a guy named John Perone. We called him Motor Got him. He got that name because it means Motown Sound and Tamia. Basically, Motown Sound and Tamia was a record label. He did nothing but Motown. He would Motown songs back then in the 60s were short, like 2 minutes. But he would remix them
Yeah.
and make them 5 minutes long, and they sound great. He passed away during COVID. He was one of the early ones. He was 70 years old.
Mm.
Worked on a radio station up in Boston. I had a chance to talk to him. It's crazy because his page has 137 million views. The one song he did for Smokey Robinson, The Miracles, Tears of a Clown, 66 million views. He was that good. So rest in peace, John Perone, aka Mozart got him. Now, let's talk about our black Trump supporters. You niggas, male and female, mostly the male, because mainly male that did the shit.
Uh-oh.
You niggas, y'all the biggest sellouts. Uncle Ruckus. Y'all voted for this. Let me say it. Let me get the views about to be expressed and not a casual convo. Come on, let's keep it brief. What up, Todd? They voted for this thing, and he's doing his best to basically embrace everything black. You see how he got Harriet taken off the world website, but they put it back up. He was like, "Nah, we putting this back up. See how he's gonna tariff those who have any type of DEI. It's like this. If you like, I had an issue with DEI at first, but as time went on, I need to retract what I said. Even though affirmative action benefits white women, it's still we need that diversity for us, black people, Latinos, whatever. But these niggas voted for this nigga, and he's trying to erase everything. He don't care nothing, and they knew this. The problem with our people and people, oh, you hate black people. No, I'm hard on people because we got to cut the bullshit. We got to cut the bullshit. And we always talk about money. The tariffs. But y'all not looking at y'all to put it in perspective and end it right here. There were two mass tariffs in the history of America, 1834 and 1930. They were 96 years apart. After each mass tariff, America went into a depression. The big one in 1930. 2025 is 95 years since the last tariff, the last mass tariff. My opinion, I think he's tanking the economy. So the rich get rich and the poor get poor. So that line there's not that line between the middle class and the poor and the middle class and the rich. It's just going to be rich people. This is just my opinion. Rich people and poor people. And you black Trump supporters who like to laugh when people make vital points, y'all the biggest sellouts.
You know what I noticed the most about the black Trump supporters, the black men Trump supporters, is they dug black women more than anybody.
Do.
Dogging the hell out of black women. So speaking from a black woman's point of view, we care about what's affecting us because we've been fighting and complaining about the same shit the whole country is complaining about now. As just singling us real quick, because what I do notice about the black men Trump supporters is they got a lot of negative things to say about black women in general, whether they are Trump supporter or not. You feel me? Like, this ain't our fight.
Nope.
And the more y'all point the finger at us, understand this. We realize that this ain't our fight. and there's some black men that are agree and understanding with that, along with some white people that are agree and understanding that. But it feels funny when your sisters ain't got your back, because you realize just how much we do have your back.
It sucks.
But I hate to see the hate that come from the black men when, and then me and Coco was talking about this earlier, because when they fail you on that side, you run back to us
OJ
for comfort and security. And
voices that
put a ring on our fingers. I ain't gonna say who I'm talking about in general, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Put the ring on our finger once the other race, destroy you. You tell us how we too ghetto, too loud, don't listen, too hard. Everything is happening because of us, not because of everybody else. This is the thing I'm hearing from these men. You feel me? On their platforms. You feel me? Their platforms, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Know something, Jude? Know something, Jude? Last time he was in office, I didn't really post a lot of stuff, but I made jokes and stuff. But I didn't post stuff. But this time, there's one guy who supported Trump. No, it's one guy It's one guy who supported Trump, who me and him can actually have a conversation. He don't throw shots or nothing. But the other black Trump supporters, they don't respond, but they always put the laughing emoji when you post facts, and then they'll say some shit on their wall. But you know me, I'm gonna follow you to your wall because I got shit to say to you. And see, they're cowards. They're cowards. They picked up the mentality of that nigga, Agent 47. They picked up his personality. They picked up the shit that the 2016 Klan ran with.
Agent Orange Juice and them.
Yeah, but you know what? Jude? You know what, Paul? You know what, Coco? You know what, Richie? Rich, check this out. Shit gonna blow up. Shit gonna blow up. And all them niggas who was riding with him gonna be like, dang, man. They're gonna be like Stacey Dash. Hey, I'm sorry. Can I come back home? Hell nah. You the type of nigga that when the shit go down, you gonna be like, hey, massa, I know where they at. You that type of nigga. You the type of guy when the freaking apocalypse starts, you the type of nigga that someone's sleeping, you'll let the zombies in, like, eat that nigga. I don't trust him. Okay, I ain't feeling well, y'all, so.
I'm going to cut back for a second.
Yep, I'm done.
Only because we got like 20 questions. So I'm going to ask the first question. So we do have a panel of 5 of us. So what I'm going to ask is for everybody to be brief, not to drag, so we can kind of get through as many of them, but we can also continue what we don't cover next, because I know some of them are conversational starters. And also for those of you who are watching on Facebook or YouTube, please post your questions. If any of them pop up, we want to answer those and acknowledge them too. Yeah. So y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the first question, I'm gonna probably elaborate a little bit because I don't know if I worded it right on paper. So the first question is, how do you handle one-dimensional communication and relationships? So let me explain. So I know this stemmed from last week when we spoke on like effective communication. I believe Mike was basically went in. So pretty much when this could be any type of relationship, when you're talking to someone and they can only see from their lens, their perspective. So the communication is kind of flip-floppy. So it's like you can understand them because you can come outside of your way of thinking and see their perspective, but they can't see yours. How do you maneuver that? And if you're in that type of relationship, what do you do?
Well, with me,
damn, was you on my page?
Yeah, Paul.
Can I go with this here? Was you on my page or something? Because I'm telling you what, that's exactly what I'm dealing with right now. That right there. I mean, there's somebody that I support a whole lot. I support them. I don't know if this is my phone echoing like that or what, but I support them a whole lot. Yet I don't get into their personal business, their personal affairs, nothing like that. So now they see me post something to somebody else, checking somebody about something that they did that they was wrong about doing. And then you're going to have something to say about that, and you get mad at me when I tell you that's none of your business. That's something personal that me and somebody else got going on. That has nothing to do with you. You can just sit back. That's not for you to get into. This person basically cursed me out and deleted me from the Facebook page and all this stuff. I said, well, damn. Just because I told you no, that you're wrong for getting into my business. I say we support each other. But I'm not going to be in your personal business. I don't want you in mine. I didn't invite you into it. I don't want you into it. You say you're going through something. Okay, I'm not bothering you about what you're going through. Yet you brought yourself over here and involved yourself in something that had nothing to do with you. And then you get mad at me because I'm not agreeing with you and I'm telling you, no, you need to stay out of it. So, I mean, hey, that's that one-way shit. And then you want to play victim. No, it's not like that. You came and made yourself a victim because you created an issue.
Right.
And that's that one way of feeling and thinking and all that stuff. Everything is fine when it's going your way. But once a little bump come up in the road, then you get lost. You lose it. And I can't do people like that. That's too much flip flopping for me. Once you flip, ain't gonna be no flopping back because you're gonna be just a dead fish laying on the side of the road somewhere.
Yep.
That's just where it is. I can't do that with people. But yeah, that one way communication is only good for the purpose of one person. It serves them. And I'm not with that.
So I guess let me ask this. Do you think a relationship could last like that? Like if it was a, let's say, an intimate relationship, could you be with
Not in,
someone who only
no,
sees things from their lens?
no, no, no. I'm not gonna be in no kind of any shit with anybody like that. No, because they are not ready. They gotta be able to compromise and understand. Your way is not the only way. There's some things that you do. There's some things that I do that I'm lacking in. But you supposed to be my balance to that because we are there to balance each other out.
Right.
You're not
One
there just
question.
to be one way. I'm not just there to be your spoon for your cup of sugar, your sugar to put in your coffee, or whatever. I'm not just that spoon for you all the time. So
Okay,
no.
let me repeat the question because someone just messaged me and asked me to repeat the question. So
Okay.
the question was, how do you handle one-dimensional communication in relationships? So I explained what that means is if a person is can only have it's pretty much their own understanding.
Mhm.
So let's say if y'all talking about something and you're expressing how you feel, right? And if
Right.
they wouldn't process the information or feel the way that you feel is wrong. So only thing that they see is their way of what's considered as right. Like your
Right.
perspective, if it's different, it's like it doesn't matter. Anybody else want
Right.
to answer the question?
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. If it's one way communication, I'm out. If we can't talk, I'm out. I'm not gonna waste my time
True.
because we're a team. And if I'm talking and you're not hearing me at all, but you want me to hear you all the time, it's just one way. I'm out. That tells me that you're narcissist and you think you the shit, and I'm just a peasant. I'm out.
Receive.
Bingo.
Anybody else like to go before I go to the next one?
I feel like it depends on the person. If I'm only willing to fight for what I feel as though the fight is worth. So if it's something that we can work on, you feel me, over time,
Hmm.
I'm here to help you understand. We get to understand each other, you know. But if it ain't even worth it, I'm with Bosco. I'm not even wasting my time.
Mm-mm. I don't have too old for it.
Some people just don't know how to communicate. You might just gotta teach them, you
Nah,
know. Like I mean,
nah.
everybody gotta learn sometimes.
You know what, Jude? I weed that out doing the get to know you thing,
Yes.
Yeah.
so it won't even get that far.
Exactly.
It won't even get that far.
They get the benefit of the doubt just because it's a friendship. A relationship, it doesn't go that far. You get the
Right.
benefit of the doubt with the friendship.
Right.
But the relationship is over with at the beginning.
Yep.
So
What's
if
up,
you
brother Mike?
Yeah, we didn't introduce Mike, man. He done snuck in here.
hey Mike, so we got a question from YouTube.
Hmm.
Um, I'm it's cool 78W. I hope I said that right. Um, I didn't hear about this story, but maybe one of you guys did. It said, What's your opinion on the fact that the king being shot today by snipers?" So it's CNN. Anybody heard
Oh,
about
you know what?
I didn't
Um,
hear nothing about that.
yeah, it just shows what type of climate we're in now. And it's it
What
just
king?
shows, it just shows what's going on.
that?
I hope that wasn't the king. I hope the king wasn't one of them. Well, not echoing one of them 85. We were one of them 85 countries that standing in line to kiss Trump's ass as people were voting. I hope that ain't the reason.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a lot going on around the world. Like even though we're going through a lot here, every continent and every place around the world is experiencing their own trials and tribulations. So I think this is just like the beginning of a lot of I think of citizens in these different parts of the world, not only just here, making a statement. You know what I mean? That they not going for just whatever. And I think a lot of times that just happens. So I don't know. But I
You
gotta
know,
in order for
you,
me to really
you,
answer that question, I gotta do some more research. So thank you. I'll elaborate on that more in a couple days.
you don't think it's connected to Teflon Donnie though? I
It
mean,
was
cause now
by
he's threatening everybody. He's threatening everybody everywhere, except
it
for
was
Russia
by
now. He's not messing with Russia. He's not messing with North Korea.
Yeah.
He's not
I don't
messing
put
with neither
nothing
one of
past
them.
nobody anymore. That's just I don't put nothing past nobody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, we ready for the next question? I think everybody up here can answer this next question. When it came through to me, I was like, maybe I should be offended, right? But then I was like, nah, I ain't even gonna be offended. I'm gonna just see it depends on what y'all say if I get offended, because I feel like the person was just fishing, right? So the question is, it was mainly for Bosco, but since we got a panel, and I think everybody has been around me outside of here, other than Paul. The question was for Bosco, but I'm gonna extend it.
Mhm.
Describe me when the cameras is off.
Funny as hell.
Hey, Rich.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a lot of shit. Not bad shit though. Funny as hell. Cool as hell. That's why we talk all the time. That's why
Mm-hmm.
we chop it up all the time. Cool as shit. Me and you talk. Damn, we talk at least an hour every day.
Yeah, I
When
get
did
some.
we talk? At least an hour. Either we get off the phone because I gotta do something or you got a client. But we've talked 2 hours. So cool as shit.
Well,
And I
you
met you
gotta
in
go get
person.
something to
So
eat,
I know you cool as
Bosco.
shit. I met you twice. So
Oh,
I know you
not
cool as
say
shit.
to say a mess. I know you fucking lying.
Oh, but I will say this. I will say this. And I'll definitely co-sign. I don't know how other people felt. You are quiet when meeting you. You don't raise the roof. Now, when me and you and Tiff together, you wasn't wild. I guess because I was wilding out. That's why y'all started wilding out, because I was, playing with the dead tissue and everything and talk about people's outfits. But but you were quiet. You was quiet when you came down at ATL.
I be chilling.
Yeah, you chill. You was chill. You was real chill. You ain't Tierra.
I think
Not
this
that one.
person think
Not
I'm a
that one.
bitch.
But the other one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now I got the goods, I got the goods on you.
Not here, baby.
Hold up, there go my man right there. Yeah, he said, Josh, let me tell you, that's the guy I said he's a Trump supporter, but me and him, that's my man's right there.
Hey,
Me and him talk. We had a little differences, but that's my man's right there. That's my man's right there.
So what was the question?
the
Okay, get the
question
show, bro.
was, describe me when the cameras is off.
Larry.
Look at Mike. Mike like,
They got the pause.
They really
hey,
hung out.
the mic don't speak too fast.
Mike got the
right.
contemplating pause. He got a
Yeah.
Nah,
Matter of fact,
you lay back. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Me and you talk a long time, so
Oh, my bad,
Um,
Yash.
I think on the show we all tend to be passionate about what we either agree upon. For the most part, you don't do no talking. You barely talk in person. Um, and we done hung out. You kind of quiet. So I don't think
Mr. Q.
I think within these topics, like, be more passionate about the things that we care about. So I think when people see you like overly passionate about women's rights and the fairness and equality of women, they go, "Oh yeah, shit, bitch." But but for the most part, shit, we be chilling. Y'all niggas lost. Like we be having fun, or we just be talking about a lot of things. Well, we joke a lot, so some shit I wasn't aware of. You put me D, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I didn't know shit about that shit, nigga. I'll be in the dark, and she had me rolling for a while. So I think like the podcast persona is where people get messed up. Like I can only imagine people thinking I'm an asshole in real. I mean, and off of this, so
yes, they do. They do.
yeah,
They really do.
I'll probably be an asshole off of here. So it is what it is. It is what it is, Jordy. You know what I'm saying?
They really do. Listen, Jude know be like, well, Jude know I think all different parts of me. I done been emotional, happy, sad, cussing a nigga out, ready to fight.
I'm about to say, girl, Coco is a saint. We be going to Bible study together. We go to Bible study. We'll drink. We'll do nothing. We just some wholesome women that just be chilling and talking about the Lord on the phone. as you can see, that's what we be doing. We be cutting up. Coco is hilarious. You know, she funny, she talented. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know no other way to put it. All I can say is she's so. If you know what a Baltimore woman is like,
Yeah.
that's what she is.
Yeah.
We different. We
Okay,
unique.
let's clarify that, because Baltimore women have a reputation that's not positive, and
No,
that's
no,
sad.
no, no, that's different. We got a reputation. It's not, to me, it's not negative. People try to play with us, but it's like a more fuck around, find out. We are some of the toughest women out here in America, in my opinion. We're a different breed of women. You feel me?
I
Any
seen The
man that was
Wire, so I
born
know
from that
y'all are.
kind of woman is different. So I don't know. I just feel like you are uniquely you. Like like
Mhm.
how a traditional Baltimore woman is. You like, to know you is to know you. You feel me? Like,
Period.
most of you motherfuckers think they think we get you smart, girl, but they don't even know. As soon as they be with us, they be having a good time. Want to hang out again?
Hey, hey, we hung out twice. It was chill both times.
Yeah,
So,
Coco
so
dope. She dope as hell. She funny.
Yeah.
so to that person now. Um. So next question. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit.
Hold up for a
So
minute. Hold up for a minute. Hold up for a minute. The question was about you being off camera, right? Well,
yeah.
off camera, you had checked on me when I've been going through some things with my health and all kinds of stuff. So I haven't
Mm-hmm.
got a chance to meet you in person, but I do know that off camera, you do check on a brother, make sure brother's all right, and I appreciate
Hell yeah.
Word up. Word up.
you. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm out.
yeah. You know what? Boy, I did not say that. That motherfucker is hella thoughtful, yo. Real thoughtful of everybody around her. I gotta give her that. Cause you can be having a bad day out the blue, that motherfucker will call you, and y'all can be talking about anything. Yo, let me tell you, you can talk about fucking unicorns with this motherfucker, and we will make jokes out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yep.
All right. All right. Yeah. So I actually got this question. I thought it was great. It was from actually a post that Paul made. So this one is more so geared to the guys, and also, gentlemen, if you are in the chat, chime in. So it says, Do men regret wasting time on women who don't appreciate them? That excludes money and time.
Yeah.
And can you
I,
explain?
I think we get over it faster though. But yeah.
I mean, but explain what that is. What does that mean? Because to the woman who doesn't understand
Get
what
over it faster,
what
huh?
men what it means for men to feel appreciated.
It's really hard to
I
say.
can.
Okay, okay, Mike. Okay, Mike.
Uh,
Like, might give it the mic.
yeah. So
Let me get my
um,
phone.
I think we get overlooked by like doing everyday things, like most good men. So like I think helping around the house, um, possibly when we out and we might think you like something, and we'll buy it. I think most women chalk that up as something that we supposed to do. Um, like when you get sick, going to CVS, getting all these medicines, and when it's your time of the month, we give you the space, the hot compress, the whole nine. So I think the actions that we do, most women think that's normal. Like, oh yeah, that's normal behavior. That's what a man's supposed to do. That's what I'm used to. Da 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 da. So we always say like, damn, I don't get no credit. Like shit, like before I come home and I'm out and I go get dinner without asking you what you want to eat, right? And then so it's the small things that a woman just don't say be like, thank you. Like, yeah, I appreciate that. Or, you know. So I think that's what it is. It's like, um, you know what I'm saying? Being appreciative, like it's like I said, it's like the small stuff that most people would think like we just supposed to do. Like when it's snow outside and we wake up early in the morning and shovel out the car. You know what I'm saying? Like we put the salt down. Like things of that nature. Like it may be small to women until they don't have a man. Then it's super big. But when you had a man, we did all that. Right? So so I think that's what it is. Just good looking every now and then. All right, babe, that's what's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even hungry, but I can take that for lunch. That type of thing.
Mhm.
And since I've been in a relationship for 14 years, I can tell you, like, we last this long because if I'm shopping for shoes, I'd be like, if I forget her size, hey, what's your size is? She was like, is you buying shoes? Like, no, I ain't buying you no motherfucking shoes today. Then she come home and I leave a note. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you to death. You know what I mean? I thought I drop these off to you. And I think her saying thank you is like
Mhm.
bigger than anything else.
Yep. You know something, Mike? I remember a few years ago, I had seen a meme, and a lot of people laughed at it. But they said if a boy is complimented by a girl, he'll always remember the first compliment he got.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
And they laughed. They laughed. A lot of people laughed. Said, ha, ha, ha. I said that ain't funny. I said that's how appreciative we are with compliments. Now you got knuckleheads, of course, but those of us who really put in the work, sometimes that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Just to say, hey, thank you. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was messed up.
Thank
I was messed up this week. I caught a leg spasm. I
you.
was in pain. Yeah, man. She came with a little massager, some Tiger Balm,
Mm-hmm.
some Advil. She like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, man, I'm fucked up. Oh, don't worry, just lay here. I got you. So it's that. And
Pretty.
so it's the vocal, and then it's the well. If I'm fucked up, like, yo, come help me because when you get sick, nigga, I got the tea running. You know what I'm saying? I got the peppermint oil. I got
Yeah.
the oregano. I'm busy, bro. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? I'm doing everything I need to do. But I
Yeah.
think it's just the acknowledgement. Like, it's
That's
the
it.
What
acknowledgement. And it,
oregano do? Wait a minute, you put oregano?
yeah. Oregano kill viruses.
You got to put that spice in them herbs. Yeah,
For
The
herbs.
yes, yes.
It's just
Oregano,
like with
yeah,
ginger.
oregano kills like and ginger. Like
Yeah,
ginger
ginger.
clears
Yeah,
like
ginger
mucus
does a
and
lot.
there's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, Coco, you know
Can I?
back in the day they just used gin instead of ginger.
Right.
Right.
Ginger.
Um, I want to read
What,
these two
dude?
comments. I hope I'm saying so. For anybody who's new, if I mispronounce your name, please forgive me. I don't say nothing right. Is it Yashar?
I just call
He
him
said,
Yash.
"Oh, Yash." He said it means a lot. We thrive off of appreciation, just like women thrive off of love. Then he says, "Bro, I don't like compliments. They're just words. Compliment me with a meal after a long workday. Compliment me with a name. I mean, with some tacos or a back rub. But fuck the words."
Hey, you know what? You know what that says? It goes to that song by Extreme. More than words.
Mm-hmm.
Telling me I love you is not what the words I want to hear. If you show me, you don't have to say it.
Oh,
You,
oh, oh, oh! I got a
y'all know I
question.
agree with that
Yeah,
100% though.
I got a question though.
Hmm.
A lot of times, being in the dating world, I hear guys say, how sometimes we women like to hear like something. If we have a conversation or ask a question, we want the answer, whether it's a what we doing or how you feeling about us in that moment, right?
Hmm.
And they be like, well, what do I show you? What if the actions don't match up to what you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you get what
Okay,
I'm saying?
so let's
Yeah.
be clear. If you dating,
I ain't talking about money and I ain't talking about nothing.
no,
I'm
I ain't
just
talking about
talking
none of
about
that. I'm
the
talking
action.
about I'm just
Okay.
talking about the body language. So
Okay.
this how this works. So your actions always have to match up to your words. Your words always have to match up with your actions. When they do not, that means that you have decided to conform in some type of way that you're upset about. Okay,
Okay.
so when it comes to relationships, when men and women start conforming, which means they start compromising certain shit, they have a tendency of going back to exactly who they are, right? Because you'll see people, oh, I change, I'm gonna change for you, baby. That last 2 days, you know what I'm saying? So he or she has to be real with themselves. If they have to change within a relationship, then they need to leave that relationship alone. Because all you're doing is you just lying to yourself and you're just making more stress on yourself. Because eventually he or she is going to point out the flaws that you lied and kept going back to how you was when that is how you truly are.
You know, can I say so? I don't think
The
people should
question
enter relationships if you aren't willing to understand the concept that change is possibly going to be something that comes along with being in a relationship. When you're single, certain things you do move different. Not saying you have to completely change yourself, but there are things and that if you and this person plan on building a life together, there may be things that you are going to have to change about yourself, but that's
Right.
going to be something that you're going to have to be willing to do. And you may
Correct.
not like the change, but if that's the place where you want to be for both of you to be satisfied, both of you have to be willing to make certain changes. You feel me?
Yeah.
But also people don't realize that when they feel like they can't, or they know for sure they can't fulfill the need or the want for that person's life, how to move on themselves instead of, just trying to stick around the relationship because it's good for them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like that's where I feel like people fuck up at. Man, woman, you feel me? Whatever,
Yeah.
like, because change is inevitable. Like, change is a part of your life. You can
Yeah.
go to work today and work one way, and you come in and they want to pilot something new. So if you can't take that kind of mindset for your relationship, how you expect y'all to ever grow?
Right. What, Cole, may I ask you again? What was the question? Can you repeat that question for me? I got short term memory.
And let me go back. Okay, it was. This is definitely going to be a two-parter, y'all. Because I ain't even put a dent in the questions yet. It says, "Do men regret wasting the
No, not
original
that part.
question?"
Not that part. The question. Yeah, the question from you just now about.
Oh, so if what I said, what happens if the actions don't match? You know
And you
what?
said,
Because people might say, instead of me telling you, look at how I treat you or what I show you. But if the actions are conflicting, and it's like I don't know if you feeling me or not, and that's why I'm asking you because I can't see it. So how does that,
what was the part about them asking you what do they have to show you? Didn't you mention something about what do they have to show you or something?
No,
Not
like
you. I'm
how
saying.
what
I'm
does
saying
that
when
mean?
they ask you, when
Yeah.
they ask you, if they ask you, what do they have to show you? Wasn't that part of it? Not
Oh
you
no,
asking them
but
what.
that's a good question.
Okay, cause I must have been hearing the wrong thing. I'm gonna say if a person got to ask you, what do they have to show you in order for them to be with you, then you in the wrong place, partner. Because I'm
Yeah.
saying there's nothing you gotta be who you are. There's nothing you can show me but yourself.
True.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I'm not gonna get too far with people
Yeah.
because people don't like my straightforwardness. Really, they don't, especially women. And I believe these younger women that's maybe 15 years younger than me, whatever, they are just terrifying me because they don't know how to respond to a guy like me. Because
Right.
they're not used to guys opening doors and
Hmm.
getting out of the car, pumping the gas, and getting out of the car from the passenger seat, coming around to the driver's side, opening the door for them to get out, and all that stuff. Open the doors. I mean, pulling out the chair, not sitting down at the table until they come to the table to sit down, stuff like that. I mean, got people, men nowadays are afraid to show themselves as being men to a woman. If that's what you, if that's something I got to show yourself being a man. A woman,
But
I
I
believe a
got
woman feels more comfortable and ready to open up to a relationship if a man can show her that, hey, I'm solid all the way around. I might not have a lot of blah 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 this. I might not have a lot blah blah blah, but still I'm solid all the way around. 100%
Yeah.
down the board. I'm not no 50-50 with you. I'm 100% down the board with you about everything.
Yeah, woman won't give herself to you. She can't. You can't make her feel secure. That's something that comes natural. She feel
Hmm.
it off of your
Yeah.
energy. That just comes naturally. Not even only off a man, off of your partner in general, because you gotta how to deal with men. But if your energy ain't giving off security, then you can't expect her to treat it as such. The woman in her won't allow her to. She's gonna feel like she gotta be empowered, or you feel me? It's not on purpose. It's just in our nature.
yeah, I agree, Jude, to a point. I'm gonna tell you why. Because in today's time, we talked about this last week. The ones who want to be empowered, they have that masculine energy we talked about. The negative masculine energy that we got. That's why, okay, I'll give you a situation. I've been here, I don't know how many years, off and on. I found when I hold the door open for people here, you know who thanks me? Old white women, old black women. That's it. Other ones just walk through, look at me, and roll their eyes. They call us thirsty and everything else when we're trying to be gentlemen. And I always say chivalry's not dead. One woman told me, I don't give a shit about no chivalry. This is what I did. I said, yo. She said, what? I said, you dropped something. She went out there. I said, you say that shit again. I said, you hold your own door. She went back out. But see, those are the responses we're getting. But when we say that, this is what we hear. Well, you got to show me that you're masculine before I be feminine. Well, I thought me opening the door for you is part of being a man and treating you like a woman. Now, it's
Yeah, I
not
get
all women.
offended. I get
It's
offended.
not all women.
Can I chime in for a
Yeah.
second? I think I view it slightly different. I do agree that both people, because a relationship is two people, everything is not just on one person. And I think the term equally yoked kind of fits this. So the same way I get where Jude is coming from, when the security comes naturally, and I think that's on both sides because a woman has to create a safe space and a sense of security for their partner. It's male,
Right.
in this case, male or female, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
what I need I need my man when he's with me to know that I got him, and that whatever
Mm-hmm.
we share, whatever we do, it's me and him. It's me and him against everything. But I also need to feel like when I go to you, I need that same space. And I
Right.
recently
Yeah.
had this conversation with someone like, if I can't tell you certain things, if I can't be vulnerable with you, because I'm not a man, and I notice a lot of times, and dating older men, they don't know how to do that. But it's like if you cry or if you show vulnerability, and this is just from my personal experience. I'm not saying this for everybody else. It's like a toughen up. You know da 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 da. They don't know how to handle me to allow me to be delicate. You get what I'm saying? So instead, I may shut down. But when I say I need to feel secure in that safe space so that I can come and maybe cry on your shoulder. I need you to be able to naturally know how to handle me in the moments the same way I'm gonna let you lean into me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how
One
long
thing.
do you?
Okay, good.
I was
Huh?
going to ask you how long does the does the relationship go for you to feel that you are comfortable enough to be able to go to the person you're in a relationship with to be able to cry on their shoulders and feel like can release and unwind with them?
I
How
think it's
long must you be in a relationship with them? Can you?
I think it's situational, but I think it's even in simple communication, like when you talk about different things, because when you get to know people, you talk about your experiences, you know, your personal environment, your upbringing, you know, different things like that. And people have traumatic experiences and whatever. So if you sharing something that's intimate and personal to you, like that's like you let me in, right?
Right.
And that
Right.
happens gradually. A lot of times it's not instantaneous. It happens gradually. So if you know, okay, this safe, it ain't going nowhere. I ain't calling Jude, I ain't calling this person, it's just me and you, right?
Mhm.
That means I provided a space for you that made you feel comfortable to know that you can trust me, right?
Mhm.
But if I open up to, I'm just hypothetically saying, if I open up to you and I share something with you, but it was like, I mean, well, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Already I know I can't talk to you, and it's probably not gonna go far because I don't have that same, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
energy.
Be nice.
You're not
How did
letting me in. So, and I
how did
also
you
think it's
provide a
a
space
simple
for
way,
me?
huh?
How did you provide the space for me to be able to come to you, to feel
I think I'm gonna
comfortable
go
coming to you?
into the answer to the question. I think I'm gonna go into the next question. What is I'm a, no, because it kind of intertwines, and for me to answer that is going to answer the next question.
Mhm.
So
Okay,
this
because I
other
was gonna bring
question.
all that back to this question, but I be done forgot by the time it come back
No,
around.
it goes the same way. So the question was, if women are smarter than men, why do men get fooled by the same? Wait a minute. Oh,
No,
why
I,
do women get fooled by the same type of nigga they hate? So um,
Mm.
I'm a the part that I'm gonna answer is that goes into effective communication. It's something that I haven't always done,
mhm.
right? And at a point in my life, somebody had this same conversation with me when I was younger and dating. And I was like, part of that is I had to realize what were my problems, what was my issues, what were my flaws. I had to know who I was as an individual and not look for somebody to complete me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of us, and a lot of times, we look for what we can't give, or we look for completion. So what that was, I had to change the type of person that I dated. And I was looking like I was choosing the same type of guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I had to, as I started to grow and I started to learn and I started to get to know me and date myself, and I chose to be single for an extended period of time. When you start to realize who you are, your flaws, and because I'm not perfect by fault, and I'm not looking for the perfect person, but I'm just looking for the perfect person that can be a companion for me, with
Right.
flaws included. So sometimes you got to be able to be open, because I don't go into nothing guarded. But when you go into these and you try to get with people, but you got this 10-foot wall up, it ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it all goes into you create that through communication and being open. But one person can't be open while the other person got it.
Before Mike goes, I wanna add to that. It won't be over a few seconds, Mike.
No, go ahead.
It's
I'm
just like
cool.
it's just like men and women saying, well, my last relationship, da 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 da. So you're basically competing with the last person, and I'm like, your insecurities are not my problem. I'm sorry for feeling so heartless about it, but your insecurities are not my. You're with me. I'm not the bad boy that you just dated and dogged you out. I'm not him. I'm not the drug dealer. I'm a whole different person. Get to know me, and you judge me by me. Because with me, I got a lot of trauma. But you know what? When I meet a new person, I mention nothing about what I went through. If she say, "How did y'all break up?" I'm like, "Well, if you want to know, I'll tell you." But
Mhm.
I would say that's not that has nothing to do with us. But I'll tell them just so they don't think that I did something wrong. Now, if I did something wrong, I'll be like, I just like my last relationship. I always say I didn't give her the time that she deserved. I was
Mhm.
so busy, and I admitted it. And that's why I tell women now I don't have the time. If I had the time, I would, but I'm not going to drag you along, and you waiting for my time, and I'm doing other things. I let them know right out the gate. Now, if you want to go out, we can hang and let's see what happens. Yeah, I said, but I'm not going to waste your time. That's all, Mike.
All right, so I can answer both parts because I'm gonna answer Paul question too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go after
Um,
Mike.
so women providing a safe space, make sure that nothing is going out outside our house. I got a rule, so no information is allowed to go outside my house. Right? I don't give a fuck if we got trouble with bills, which is never gonna happen. But if we had troubles with bills, um, things like we got in an argument, don't nothing leave our house. I don't tell my mother. She don't tell her mother. We don't. I don't tell my father at all. Right. So we deal with it in house. Right. What happens is when the safe space is created for men is because when it's not created for men is when she go talk to her friends, and then her friends all of a sudden is wise and wise like wizards and shit, giving all type of this dumbass advice, and then you looking at her like, hold on, I didn't ask for these motherfuckers to be involved in our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So most times a safe space for a man is making sure that whatever you and your woman go through never leaves your house. Two, when it goes to why women date the same type of man, because that's the only niggas that's usually outside. and that's some real shit from men because most men are hunters.
That's not
So
true.
let me finish. I said I raised my hand. Let me go for a little second. I'm
I
gonna
know. I'm
go.
just saying that's not true for my
So
women.
all right, so I'm gonna let you know. And men, we know this. Because majority of the time that one of your homies that's getting all the girls ain't shit. And you sitting beside him like, well, damn, she about to go on a hell of a roller coaster. But let me go, but let me go walk to my car, right? And then you'll see it. You'll see it because I got a homeboy. He was a straight. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck her. I'm gonna go holler at the cousin. So I used to sit back and be like, damn, yo, you really be bagging them. He like, nah. He was like, yeah, Mike. I mean, they like me. Okay. Then when I come back a week or two later, me and the girl get cool because we hanging out and whatnot. And she like, well, damn, Mike, I should have talked to you. No, 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 you should not have.
You
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 pick
made the right choice.
exactly, you pick exactly what you wanted, and I'm enjoying the show. I think the problem is now that how most men feel is like women are waiting later in life to get this awakening and this epiphany. And so now all of a sudden they're like 40 something and their standards are dumb high. Well, what was your standards at in your 30s, baby? Like, what was your standards at in your 20s? And I think because men are really expressing it, like, so you telling me y'all smarter than us, but you had to wait to damn near in your 40s to realize everything that you done in your 20s and 30s was retarded, right? And so most men go, especially when they older, like, damn, should like, what's up? Like, no, I don't do that no more. I'm celibate. You celibate? But you had like 5 kids. Like that doesn't make any sense, mommy. I'm not doing that.
That
You
kills
tripping?
me, Mike.
Yeah, you tripping? Like, hold on. So you was out here giving the coochie away until you turned 40 something. And now you telling me you practicing celibacy? Nah, I'm good, man. I'm like Kevin Samuels. You need to be giving that shit away for the discount. You got me fucked up. But that's why men always ask like what? Like you celibate? Like when did this happen? Oh, I found out that I was. Hold on though, you got like 7 kids. Like I'm lost. So I think what's happening now, especially now that women and men have decided to get on podcasts and act an ass towards each other for views,
Mm-hmm.
is that when you start like looking at these podcasters and these women, and all of a sudden, oh, when I was in my 30s, in my 20s, I was playing niggas. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm older, I don't want to get played. So it's like, well, damn, you had all your fun early on, right? So it's this one podcast joint. He said. He said, he asked the woman, in your 20s, you was having a ball, right? She go, yeah, I was doing my thing. I was tricking niggas. I was playing niggas and all that, right? So the guy said, well, don't you know that men, because most women date older men when they're younger, you can do that with an older man. The guy who liked you, he's like 18, 19, right? He doesn't have what the older man got. So now that he got everything now in his 30s and 40s, right? And he want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like how you did them, you get upset. Like you had all your bamboozling and all your fun, right, in your 20s, right? And then now women don't understand, like men don't get really solidified until we 30, 40. So now all of a sudden you coming around and you got all these goddamn rules, like, well, I don't do this, and I'm celibate dad, and I'm this and the third, right? But you need a daycare, you need a babysitter for us to go out. So it's been confusing dealing with this
Not to
stuff
cut
because
you off, we're
now,
gonna spend like 3 more minutes because you gotta go. We got other stuff.
oh,
I
okay,
guess.
yeah.
I'm just saying,
So
finish what you.
yeah. So
But
I'm done right now. But due to the podcast and how women been like exploiting themselves, because they've been saying the dumbest shit, has made men go, damn, have men thinking like, damn, I thought y'all was smart.
So, where do I start?
Yeah, come on, dude, come through.
I know I do want to start here. All right, I'm gonna start here. Bosco has said something. I'm gonna go back real quick. Bosco said men get over their feelings early. I mean, faster. Bosco, that is a lie. On
Oh, it do.
95% of the crime shows that involve violent crimes, domestic violent crimes, most men that kill a woman and her whole family is usually over a breakup. They
You
do
ain't never
not
seen
get over
Snapped?
them. I say snap, but it's
You ain't
more.
never watched Killing Couples?
Snapped is one of many few of the other of plenty of crime shows. I wasn't gonna
Who
sing you a few. I'm
who
gonna sing you
doing
a
the
whole
killing?
clip.
Who
Listen, let
doing
me
the
tell you
killing in
something.
Killing
most
Couples?
in the
Listen,
court, well, the top court cases when it comes to
be
what is it
men
called,
in
passions
their
of crime, or
feelings,
yeah.
and recently has been more men in their feelings killing young men at that and older men. Like, I mean, I just wanted to make that point real quick,
Oh,
but
see the
we're
meat
gonna talk
sandwich,
about
right?
that. We're gonna talk about that after. But to this I feel
You
like
stuttering because you're lying.
my opinion on it. Shut up. My opinion on it is I think when it comes to um what was it? The growth? What was you talking about? What was the question? Because it was so much, so much. What's the question? What's the actual question?
Well, it was
Was
a
it?
combo, and I think Mike kind of went into
Last part.
some other stuff. Yeah, it was a combination, pretty much of why I guess why women choose the same type.
Oh, why
The
did you say
person
something?
and Mike spoke on behalf of women, and I said that was fucking false because
So,
it's that ain't that wasn't even you talking
yeah,
about one group.
yeah. All right, hold on. All right. So, all right. I think a lot of these men out here today forget that at one point in time in history, the government was so cruddy that they really separated the households. They used everything in their power to pull men out between war, drugs, crime. You feel me?
Public
Corruption,
housing.
all types of stuff. Public housing. You know, they use everything. And the man today that us women are dealing with, us women, let me be Bosco real quick. We can because that single mother household created the man today. The man today ain't nothing but the women in the past. Y'all remind me of our mothers
I've
because
said that a
we
thousand
taught
times.
y'all to be who y'all are. So y'all standards are higher because the thing used to be women did grow up fast. But see, we grew up so fast that we got so confused with a lot of things.
Hmm.
And men lost their way because women started teaching these men the tricks and the trades of life because we didn't know that same way y'all say a woman can't raise a man, she can't. But that's why we have this type of man today. The man who feels like, oh, everything is the woman's fault. But it's not. Everything's not the woman's fault. Um, um, People choose the type of men, the men. All right. So women choose the type of men. People choose the people because they choose who they're attracted to. And you learn over time, which men have learned from us, from us teaching them the game. Because see, the fathers teach their daughters the game too. But see, the game that the mother taught these boys growing up, well, I'm not going to have my son out here looking stupid out here. That's why y'all smarter today in today's age. You thank you for that. But you know, it takes wisdom for you to realize this ain't what I like. Everybody hit a point, man and woman. It looks like the women in their 40s and 50s are, you know, desperate, but they not. They say the same. The women say the same thing about men. It's just that they more content at their age. We have a better understanding of what we want. What I don't understand is the people that are that age that still ain't fucking figure it out. Because there's more of them out here than there are the content ones. But the content ones, the ones that's like, all right, we get it. We done lived out here. We done been out here. I done did everything in the street. So what? I hate the fact that women with all these kids get more slack than the daddies of these fucking kids. And then half of them dead because they chose to be out here in the streets instead of in the house taking care of their fucking kids or getting a job. So half of them that have a bunch of kids, some of it ain't always just the woman's fault, but she doing the best she can because some men don't come back. But the trend now is leave them motherfucking kids with the man, and y'all been buckling like a motherfucker. Some of y'all been doing real good, but y'all ain't been doing as good as the women been doing for decades. Not
That's not
just
true.
black women.
That's not true.
All
That's
of them.
not true.
That's not true.
That's
That's not true.
not
That's not true.
true.
That's not
But
Heck
true.
this is
no.
my opinion.
That's
This
not
is
true.
my opinion.
No,
This
no,
is
no. We're
my
gonna
Oh,
talk
okay.
facts on this, but go ahead.
this is
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah,
This
Oh,
there's
is my
facts.
opinion. This is my
See, she ain't
opinion.
cut none of y'all off.
Damn, I'm just saying this is my opinion. I'm not saying all men are doing horrible. What I'm saying is y'all ain't doing half of what women have put on their fucking backs when they ain't have a choice. You feel me? A lot of men still go to women for the advice for help, even though they say we ain't doing what we supposed to, you feel me, do or what we ain't doing. But like it took y'all a few decades to understand. Like we try to understand with times comes growth and maturity and you change. And it's just like the old men are realizing that shit ain't green on the younger side either. Everybody kind of realizes, not just the woman. I'm tired of hearing that. Like, y'all old women. Well, men start taking care of your fucking kids. It's still, you got grown men that still won't own up to not taking care of their kids. But give the women the credit. The only reason why the men have some of these feelings and shit is because the daddies wasn't there and the women taught y'all. That's all I had
Okay,
to say.
all right. So let's be clear though. So let's clear up
Oh, no,
the
no, no,
let's clear up the
no, no,
bullshit
no,
first.
no, no, no. I have no because this is for the supporters, and we answering. I got 20 questions. We're not spending an hour on one. Everybody got their thoughts out. We gonna go to the next one. I'm sorry. I gotta take control of this one. I'm so sorry.
Don't
It's
worry,
10
Mike.
minutes.
We can debate. We can still debate it. We got it. Well,
We can
not
debate
right
the next
now, but
one,
I got it.
but no. Mm-mm. So the next question is, um, let me go to this one because I know this person is watching. Um, this is for the men. In these times, are men looking for a commitment or just someone to have fun with?
It all depends on how old they are and what part of life, what and where in their life they are. So I mean that's kind of an open-ended question because when you get in your 40s and 50s and older, you're looking for commitment. I mean, some people are younger are, but it depends on the age, what point in their life they're in. Some people, when they're young in their 20s, they're ready to get a wife and settle it down. Some people like, I ain't ready for it because I ain't mature enough. And some people like myself, I just don't have the time for a relationship. So I'm not going to drag some woman along and she's crying for my time and I can't give it to her. I'm not going to be selfish. So I think that's an open-ended question because it just depends on what point in life they are.
So I can speak on it. So can you repeat the question again?
The question
Okay.
was, in these times, are men looking for a commitment or someone to have?
Oh, these times. Oh, I missed that
Yeah.
part. I missed
So
that part.
I yeah,
Let me
go ahead.
retract. Let me retract.
Yeah, go ahead.
To be honest with you, from what I'm seeing out of men, we're choosing to be single. We're choosing to be single.
I'm not
Yeah,
laughing
Fact.
at you. I'm
I'll
like,
tell you
I'm
why.
talking about the private chat because Rich
No,
is on one.
I'll tell you why. And like I said, this is from a man's point. I'll tell you why. Because, like I always say, most of the men and most of the women are good people. Most, but you have that small minority who are the loudest, and those are the ones that seem to be heard. Those are the ones who say, "I don't need a man," and the misandry come out. If you don't know misandry is, look it up. I don't need no man. Forget. I got my own money. Okay, that's cool. That's You're just insecure because I got money. No, I'm not. We know when you make your money, that's your money. We're not insecure about that. No, no. It's just we're choosing to stay single.
Yeah, so let
I'm
me
happy
piggyback.
single, to be honest with you.
Yeah, let me piggyback. So let me piggyback off Bosco. So the older guys have decided they want to be single. The older ladies decide that they want to come out and play with us. You know what I'm saying? So now they're having a difficult time realizing that, hey, you done divorced your husband, your kids got grown, shorty. I ain't commit nothing. You can come get this work and I'm gonna go home. Um, so what's happening is that you have at these times a daughter, a mother, and an aunt all partying at the same place.
Yeah.
With the
Yes.
younger so with the younger brothers, you have them saying, well, Jesus, the older chicks ain't really getting no love from the middle aged guys, such as myself, because we want to have kids. Majority of those girls are out. You know what I'm saying? They got their family. I ain't having no more babies, right? So from 40 and over, man, shit, man, we push them aside. We like, y'all good. Y'all got your families. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We trying to have babies, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Y'all done. Y'all in the party scene. Um, so what the confusion has been, and most people have been like zeroing in on this, like, well, I mean, I'm a man. I can date a woman from 25 all the way up to 30 to 30 to 37. She can have kids. Those are the childbearing ages, right? And I think most women have been like, um, especially like when they get older and they're like, oh, well, how come I can't find love? I mean, what can you bring to the table besides laying on my chest? You can't actually bring nothing to the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at 40 something. I'm not looking for a girl that can't have kids. You feel me? If I want it, I'm not looking for that. You know what I'm saying? That is not what I'm looking for. So you got menopause and all that shit, shorty. Listen, niggas is outside doing two on the one and two step. What's happening is that the older men go, well, I've raised all my kids. Unless you're gonna come over and motherfucking spend time with me, we watch a movie or something. But if you're thinking like I'm gonna be your emotional dumping service, they basically stand alone. I'll tell you what my dad told me. He said, nigga, I'm 66 years old. I don't need no chick crying about how her day went. He said, I'm retired. So you come in my house and you complain about how your feet hurt. I'm looking at you like, well, you need to go home. So I think like having a father has reared me to understand, like, okay, Mike, listen, I only got one kid. I was very responsible. Okay, shit, I might want to have two or three. I know a 40-year-old lady isn't in my zone. She's not in my zone. I'm not even looking towards her. And if I do, she's gonna be recreational for me.
I hear that.
Okay, that was my perspective, Paul.
I didn't hear the question because I got disconnected. What was the question?
I love you. I swear I did. The question
What'd you
was
say?
I hit the button by mistake. My bad.
the question was, in these times, are men looking for a commitment or just someone to have fun with? And fun does not always just mean sex. I just want to put that out there because I'm just it's a lot of one dimensional up here. But go ahead.
Okay, because I'm going to say I'm with Bosco as far as not really wanting to be bogged down with dating nobody at this point in my life. I'm really not. If I'm not going to be with a woman that go ahead and get married or go ahead and settle down with, I'm not wanting to go dating on no that stuff. That's for the younger people. Y'all do the dating stuff.
Yeah,
If I'm gonna get involved that kind of with somebody like that at my age, then we're gonna be getting hooked,
we're getting hooked.
and we can go ahead and do all the little fun stuff there. But yeah, I don't have no problem having fun like going out with women and not looking for no sex number, just going out to spend time with them, getting to know people. I like to get to know women. That's the thing they don't understand about me.
Hmm.
I say, well, let's go bowling, let's go out to eat or something. But I want you to know I'm not dating you. I said, damn, I'm not asking you to date me. I'm not saying this to them. I'm saying I'm not asking you to date me. I'm just asking you, hey, let's go out. I say you complain about you don't get out to do nothing, you're not having no fun. And I said, well, I'm thinking, let's go out. Let's go bowling. Let's go out to eat or something like that.
They turn
Yeah,
it into a
cool.
date, Paul, don't they? Don't they turn it
But
into a date?
but yeah, I'm saying, hold up. I'm not trying to hit on you nothing. Well, I'm not attracted to you. You're too old for me. But I'm saying I'm just trying to get to know you. I'm just coming out to have fun. I don't see nothing that I'm not gonna tell lies. Say I don't see nothing that's not sexual about you. I'm just saying I'm not looking at you like that. I'm looking at you as a person. I'm trying to get to know you. You saying you want to be my friend? You call me friend and all this stuff. You don't even know me. How do you keep calling people a friend that you don't even know? I don't understand that. That's why I throw that word around so very, very rarely, friend.
Mhm. I
Because people don't know. People call you friend, don't know the first thing about you, don't even know your damn name. Well, damn, I've been thinking your name was Bay all this time, or Boo. No, my name is this right here. I'm saying
Beethoven.
I like to have fun. I like to have fun because I enjoy life. I work hard at what I do, fighting these people in this city. And I like to have fun when I do have fun, which is very seldomly. I don't be going out here looking for nobody. Now, if me and somebody spark up something, then fine and dandy. Then I'm like, Mike, I'm down with the recreational thing then, but I'm still not trying to, I'm not trying to have no more babies. My baby girl getting ready to be 12 this year, and her oldest brother, Tyree, he be 30 this year. So no, I'm not trying to have no more kids. So yeah, I'm all right with the women that's 40 and on up. I'm all right with them. But yeah, they might kill me in the long run, but I'm all right with them. But and like I'm
Yeah.
saying though, hey, it's all about just I don't know. For me, being single, if the spark comes, the spark comes. If not, I'm good.
So we got a question from YouTube. Tasia asks, would y'all say we see more people having a fear of commitment? My quick answer is yes. Um, I think both men and women. There are a lot of people, but I also think being, as Mike would say, an older woman in the dating scene, because I guess I just figured it out. What I will say, I meet a lot of men who were married before and it didn't work or whatever happened, or they had these relationships or something happened and now they're guarded. And I'm not gonna lie, women did a lot of men dirty. So I'm not even gonna act like it was on them or whatever, whereas though they're afraid to love or to receive love. And I've also understood like a lot of this is just from my experience. I'm not speaking for y'all or nothing like that. From my experience, I meet a lot of men who don't know how to receive a woman that doesn't want anything from them but
Hmm.
but companionship or to try to build or to get to know them genuinely. But they do fear commitment, or if I fall for you, I'm gonna get my heart broken. And I understand that, I get it, but again, that comes through communication and also getting to know someone and spending time. But and there are a lot of women, I mean myself, I went through a period of fear of commitment, but I also think that comes from a point of you got to know you got to do the work on you. And I think we like to blame other people for where we fall short when it comes to intimate relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can I say no? Because I'm about to go to another wedding. I think in the course of three
You
years,
about to
I've
go
been
to
this
another what? No, you're not gonna take
wedding.
a whole lot of time because I still got
No,
like
no,
15 other
no,
questions.
no,
So let's
no,
make it
man. This
snap.
is this is short. So the question is no, because in the course of 7 years, I've been to 14 weddings, and they under the age of 30. I got a wedding now. My girlfriend's sister about to get married. So the guys don't have a fear of commitment. What they want to know is, can you meet me halfway? And so a lot of women don't they always thinking like 50-50 is bad. So it's like,
Mike, is that your way of thinking? Because I don't see that
no,
in when I'm
I was
dating.
what I'm telling you is
A
that
lot of women do
I've
feel
a
that
lot
way.
of women do feel this way.
Yeah, we hear it all the time.
Yeah, we hear it a lot.
Oh,
Yes.
because I
We
don't
call
get that.
yo,
Yeah,
we call the worst of the
men hit
worst
it.
because
Yeah.
we mentioned the 50-50.
No,
We
he
call the
said a
worst of
lot
the
of
worst.
men want women to meet him. Have I don't get that. Maybe
Yeah.
because I come in and I'm
No,
transparent,
I'm not
and I
saying
think
that.
that
I'm
comes
not.
when people are not
Listen, I'm not.
transparent.
This
No, no,
not
no.
supposed.
That's
No,
never
now
true.
this response is not to be long. Okay, so this is between the age of 25 and 32. Like, these kids are getting married. Like I said, I've watched it, and they're looking for women to meet them halfway. The ones who got married is because the women met them halfway, right? And so I'm going to another wedding. What is it? May the 6th, May the 1st. I'm going to another wedding between my girlfriend sister and her boyfriend because they work together well. Everything is balanced, everything is equal, everything is they work together. And what I've learned is that the younger guys and the younger girls have mastered it. If I find
Mhm.
somebody that can work with me, we're getting married. I
Yeah.
think right now in the older
Okay, I got you.
section, yeah, in the older section, we're like, we're meeting these crazy deranged chicks. Like, we ain't really meeting the chicks that's like working with us. You know what I'm saying? They want to come, oh, well, you got to bring all of this to the table. Well, hold on. I don't even know your birthday. Like, what are you talking about? So I think
Yeah,
watching the younger people move around and watching like their unions and how they working it out and they're getting more, because there's more younger people getting married than us.
yeah. We do hear a lot about the 50-50 thing. They call us broke. We get all these names. And the way I look at it with the 50-50 thing is that I'm not asking you to pay 50-50 because I can't foot the bill. But think about it. If we put our money together, look what we can build. Rather than saying you pay all the bills, da 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 da, and I spend my money. If we put our money together, imagine we can build. That's my thing. I'm not asking anyone to pay 50-50 just because, oh, I'm broke. No, I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a kingdom. I'm trying to build us something where we can look back and be like, damn, look what we put together. That's why it's 50-50. If you can't keep your job, okay, then I'll foot the bills. But I'm not even asking you to help out. I'm just saying, if we want to build something, because see, if I lose my job and I don't have no income, I hear from a lot of females. Not a lot, all of them, but I hear from a lot of females, they're out. I ain't taking care of no man. Like, and shit happens. Shit just happens.
I feel
So
like the newer generation is breaking a lot of those old
yeah,
bad habits
yeah,
Yeah,
because that's
they
yeah.
are.
always been a
They are.
way. That's been a way of time forever.
Yep.
It's always been. I think we talked about this before. Like
Mhm,
the woman's always been the man's, eye arm candy, and
mhm,
it was always about having the baddest woman, the richest man.
mhm,
Women were brought up at one point in time to take care of home and do this and do that, and the men were supposed to take care of home. That's
mhm,
how society wanted everything to be. And then you have that era where women wanted to become part of the workforce and work and be more independent and bring into the household. So over time, it was like the pilot I was talking about. Like it was like a pilot for real. And then now, it's a generation that can finally make it work. People who like what's the study showing? Millennials and baby boomers have higher levels of stress for taking care of their parents and things like that. So people are overwhelmed trying to build more family instead of just having a bunch of baby mothers here, baby mothers there. That separation of family created a lot of trauma that people don't want to bestow on their own, don't want their lives, but people making changes for real.
Hmm.
And that's the generation to do it. Like, I mean, you got to every generation do something. And then the younger people, they are more family oriented. You seeing more, dads in the home, more everybody together, more fathers acting with their kids, doing more stuff with their kids and stuff like that. You seeing more of that, like what you used to see only on TV and more of the households. Not saying it wasn't going on, when we was growing up, but now it's like being seen more than anything, you know? Yeah.
All right. Y'all want the next one?
Yeah.
Or y'all want me to read some? Oh, let me read some comments. Before I go to the next one, I like to acknowledge those who are watching, and participating. I'm gonna go past when Jude was having her moment because they were going up for you. But Fallon said, this is Bosco's girl, Fallon. She said, baby, my best friend went 15 years. She's divorced after 15 years. So there's that. And Keone, she said, true, true, talking about Jude. And then, of course, we had the handsome Bosco. They made it 15 years, though. Was it financial that ended the marriage? If it was, my point was made.
I'm just saying. I
Yeah,
mean,
15
With
years is a
that,
long time.
15 years is a long time. You make it 15 years, you're doing something right. And if it was financial, my point is made.
well, we don't know for sure. So those
I
of
know,
you
I
who
know,
are
no. I'm just
watching
saying.
and
I'm just
listening, we're
saying.
gonna wait for the response. I know we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
wait
I'm
for
just
the
saying. I'm just
response.
saying. Hey, Fallon, I ain't coming at you. You know you my dog, so I ain't coming at you. I'm just saying.
All right. So the next question, because we got like a little over half an hour left. The next question is, and I think this has come up in quite a few of our Q and A's. Um, would you feel a way towards a person if you guys were to have sex on a first date? Would you look at them differently?
Hey, Mike.
Oh, before y'all answer
Okay.
that, let me read Kara. She said, I agree with you. I still don't have kids because I want to make sure the person I have them with is willing to build a family with me, a
Yep,
healthy family dynamic. I love that.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
All
Yeah,
right.
a guy had made a post on one of them TikTok things, and he was ranting on talking about, like, I don't want to be with a woman because she got a whole bunch of kids, and blah blah blah, and and another man was the one who said, like, basically what I was saying, like, you
Right.
don't want to be with a woman with a bunch of kids, but and the man had like two kids himself or something
See,
like that, but he wasn't with the baby mother. And the guy was like, well, did you think about settling down with your baby mother? You criticizing, this woman, but she
Mm,
doing and it's the same thing with men. Like, no shade towards the men, you feel me? Like, it ain't no reason, like, because I'm hearing the stories about the women having kids and the men didn't really want them, you feel me? But they keep the baby, and and then you expect the man to be there. Like, it goes. But once this kid is here, like, it's
yeah.
somebody's responsibility to take care of it. And regardless of if you want to be in that kid life or not, that void of
Right.
you not being there, mother or father, will never be filled. And it creates sometimes strong adults or fucked up adults. And then we still got to deal with that in society. So, yeah. I'm
Hmm.
just
That's
saying,
I'm
you
with you.
ain't
I'm
if you
with you.
if you ain't if you ain't
I'm with you.
willing to take care of the kid, then stop fucking. But everybody want to fuck, but everybody
Right.
want to point the finger
Right.
at the person who have the kids.
thank you.
Well, it ain't that motherfucker fault. Just like yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't see why everybody. My point is, kids be made by people having sex.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you know that. Like
Thank you.
like the funny thing I just found out watching TikTok was um Asians don't touch because they taught from birth that if you touch each other, you can get pregnant. You feel
Hmm.
me? So they
Mhm.
don't touch us while they don't touch us while they bow. And I laughed because it's something that I probably should have been new, but I didn't. I just recently learned that. And I was like, it's crazy, but it's maybe why they got like a strong family dynamic though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like everybody, they got a large population over that motherfucker, but It's big families, generations of families. You feel me? Like, I don't agree with everything, but you criticize one for having 8 kids, but how many of your kids you take care of?
Preach.
Somebody gotta agree. Be responsible. Only have one or two. You feel me? But at least take care of the one or two. You feel me? That you do have. But that should be crazy.
Well,
All right, all right, all right, hold on. Hey, hold on. What's
No,
the, what was
no,
the,
let me go
what
to
was
the
the
next one.
question?
No, I gotta
What
go.
was the
Don't be supposed
question?
to keep
Man?
I
going
didn't even answer that question. I
Right,
didn't
what
answer
was
the
the
question.
question? Who was
Oh,
I
it?
didn't answer the
hurry up.
question.
You hurry up. 'Cause
Oh yeah, I'm
it's
sorry.
going to
I
be a
said that.
three-part, y'all. I'm going to just tell
My
you.
question,
I'm
hey,
going
No,
to
my
my
this is
answer.
phone.
going
Look,
to.
hey,
No, no, no.
hey,
Hold. I'm going to let you go.
my
Hold
answer is only
on.
gonna
Hold
take
on.
20 seconds.
No,
That's
no,
my
no.
word.
Hold on.
Hmm?
All right, and
Yeah.
I got you. I'm going to let you do that. Since we're going at this pace, to those of you who are watching
Hmm.
and listening, if you have submitted questions, I promise you,
We get
because
them
this is
next
going
week.
to be about 3 parts. With this panel,
Hmm.
and everybody is opinionated, and we're not quick and swift with it. So if your question did not get answered today, please tune in next week because it will.
Oh yeah,
And if it
we'll be
don't get
back.
answered next week, we're gonna do it until all questions are done, and y'all can
Hmm.
still send them in. And because I don't want to seem like that person, but I'm trying to speed it along, but it ain't going along the way it's supposed to go along. So with that being, with that being said,
No dog will
Okay,
get
my
along.
response will take 20 seconds for real. It'll just take 20 seconds. My thing about the kids, if you got kids, I'm talking about the man, and you meet a woman with kids, and then you got to be the Brady Bunch because you chose that. That's what you chose. Now,
Mhm.
if a guy has kids and he don't do nothing for his kids, but he's sitting there talking about another woman had 8 kids, well, he ain't shit. Now, if she got eight
Great.
kids and she talking about him, well, he don't want to date me because I have 8 kids. Well, we don't want to do it all that thing. It gets both ways. I think, and like Jude said, with the everybody want to have sex, but nobody wants to be responsible. Everybody want to fight. Like I had 6, and anyone to tell you, I took care of all my kids, and I was one of those guys, as you already know, who got custody of my kids because the mothers didn't want me to see the kids because we broke up, and I was kicking mad money. I went to jail when I got custody of my kids. I still went to jail. She got scot free. So it's like my thing is this about the kids. If you can't take care of the kid, and this might sound crazy, if you can't take care of the kids, if the father is responsible, give him to him. However, make sure y'all got something on paper. Cause niggas are shiesty. Cause I know a chick right now who gave her son to the father. First thing he did was take child support out on her ass. First thing he did. And me and my niece was like, that was grimy. So anything you do, especially here in North Carolina, cause whoever got the child in North Carolina, that's who got it. Now, if I go by and get my kid and keep it moving, I didn't break the law. Put everything in paper. If you do surrender your child to the other parent, whether you're male or female, put it in paper, on paper. Period. That's how it's supposed to be.
I didn't have my first kid until I was 33.
That's how it's supposed to be done.
Hey, hold on.
I
You
wasn't
moving
out there.
along?
I wasn't out there being
Coco,
a community activist
what we
in the
doing?
sense of. I thought we
Hey.
was asking the question. I wasn't out there being a community activist, slinging wood everywhere. Nothing like that back in my younger days.
I told her your mic.
Oh,
Mike trying to get in for a minute. That's the first time I ever seen this happen to Mike. That's the key to me. Can I
No,
read
no,
before
no.
Mike go? Can I read Hope? I just want to read a view. I'm sorry. I just because I like her comment from Hope, new person I'm watching. She said, "Yes, that's crazy. Leave a woman with you. Yes, that's crazy to leave a woman with your kids, but don't want a woman with kids. Make it make sense. If you don't take care of your kids, you wouldn't be around mine." That was it. I just wanted to acknowledge her. I'm sorry,
Yeah, I
Mike.
agree.
I'm
Oh,
looking for the
that's
next question. Like, what you want to move
Oh
it
yeah.
along? I'm like, yeah. What's the next question?
Oh, you want? Oh, y'all. Now we want the next question.
Yeah,
no, I
Okay.
mean
yeah.
that's
You
the
said
question right
you
Yeah,
there.
said yeah. You said
it
you
was my
speed it
fault.
up,
I had started talking. I'm sorry.
right? Like,
But
Shut up, Mike.
I
Shut up. I
mean,
know you ain't talking, Mike. Go ahead, talking, Mike. Don't
it
even
was
turn this camera on, Mike.
a
The
man.
camera almost finished, Mike.
Okay. So the question, the next question was, um, do you feel some type of way about a person, or would you treat a person differently if y'all were to have sex on a first date? Ham Radio answered the question a couple like about 15 minutes ago. He said only if the sex was bad.
if that's what we're doing, if that's what we're
Right?
saying,
Say we
then
grown.
it's if we're just if that's what we our plans were, then I mean, we're still cool. The way we went in is the same when we go out because we both sat down and said, "Hey, this is what we came to do." Now, if
I
I'm just
probably
talking,
should because
I,
the last time I did that, we was together for 8 years.
but I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. But see, I'm going to get to that because my daughter's mother, when you talk to, we knew each other for years. And one day she just called me up. I ain't gonna put the business out there. I don't care about her husband because he don't like me anyway.
Leave that
She
lady and her
gave me a
husband
call.
alone. Don't talk
Let's forget that nigga. She don't hardly like that nigga. She
It's been
called me up.
years since you talked about him.
Yeah. And see, that's when I had dreads. She called me up, said you should let me run my finger through your dreads. I was like, come on over. And she walked 3 miles to my house. I didn't think she was gonna do it. She literally walked 3 miles to my house. I was like, oh shit. So I had no choice. And you walk that far for some eggplant? Oh, I got to give you some eggplant. You know what I mean? I'm saying.
All right, so okay, so I don't so me and my girl had a sex on the first day. We've been together for 14 years, so it don't even matter, my G.
Put it on you.
I mean, we did what we were supposed to do, shorty.
Exactly.
We came, we saw, we conquered. And I'm good where I'm at. So that's facts. So
say what?
I think it depends on how y'all feel about each other. If you're comfortable with getting like that with each other the first date. I mean, you might have the feeling and she might not, or she might not have the feeling she might have the feeling you might not. So I guess this is how comfortable you feel with each other on that first date. As long as you ain't if you drinking and you get too much in you, then you start thinking, well, damn, he looks real sexy now since I done got about 2 of these damn margaritas in there, something like that. Hell no, I'm not sleeping with your ass because you ain't gonna remember the next day. You're gonna be thinking of somebody else. And so we're not gonna go that route. If we're gonna sleep together on the first date, both of us gonna be sober enough to remember it, and both of us gonna be wanting to do it.
You know what?
Hold on, before you go, wait a minute. Before you go, Jude, to anybody watching, I know Bosco got a lot of people love him. Bosco had to take care of something, so he won't see y'all next week. So he had to go. So I just saw if y'all see him drop down, he be back. But just not back next week. Okay.
Look, when I was there, I agree with Paul, right? Listen, me and my girl been together 3 years. We did not do it on the first day, but I wanted to so bad. I did set it up so that we could, though. And we've been together ever since we still together, you feel me? So I kind of regret that I didn't. I should have just did it because she wasn't still going nowhere and the shit must have been good. Any goddamn shit. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. You feel me? So I should have just gave it up on the first night, but I was drunk and I didn't want her to think that, I was just drunk and just giving it up because I was drunk. You feel me? I was trying to be all classy, you feel me? But y'all know my motto. You can't spell home without the H-O-E. So I should have been one that night because she's still in. She delivered talking about yep. Yeah, man, listen.
Next question.
Next question.
Oh, Bosco, leave y'all. There y'all want to go see. Hold on. Wait, don't be rushing me. Wait a minute. Let me put it out. All right. It say, is dating with intention still a thing?
No.
I do. I'm gonna say
no.
Well,
fuck no.
Go first.
But go ahead.
What you say is dating with intention?
Is dating with intention. So, I'm gonna say for me personally, I mean, as a single one, I do date with intention. I feel like if I'm not being intentional, I don't even want. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. I'm very intentional. Especially if I'm failing somebody, I'm intentional to make sure that you know it. Now, if you're not receiving and you're not ready for it, then I'm gonna go ahead about my business. But I definitely date with intentions.
So let me go against this bullshit. So this is new age goofy shit. Listen. No, man, listen. This shit some goofy shit. This some new shit somebody made like on social media. Listen, you date to get a feel for a person. You cannot date with intention because you don't know who this person is. So if you coming outside trying to date me and I done killed like 8 people, how the fuck you know what my intentions are? Oh yeah, I want to be with you and I want to know what we doing right now. Like, all right, well, most men, all right, shorty, cool. Look, this is what we doing. And then 10 months later, you find out that wasn't the plan. And like, I only did it because I wanted the pussy and the shit was good, so I just kept you around. Let's go back to simple shit. Y'all making dating too complicated, right?
Well,
I met my girl. We talked. We
I don't think it's complicated though. I agree with Fallon.
It is.
Depends
It
on
is
where
though.
you
I
are in
was ready
life.
to say that. I don't think.
I agree with Fallon. I agree with Fallon. I think it depends on where you. I hear you. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying I disagree with it because I don't think it's that difficult. But I do think it is where you are. Like I get what you're saying, and yes, I'm not saying not initially, but if I'm feeling you, if it is what it is, you tell me that's what it is. That's how I'm going to carry it. But if I'm interested, I'm going to be intentional to show you that I'm interested. And I feel like that's where a lot of people go wrong because they don't want to. I think that's where the question goes is like, do you show? Because you have some people that may be interested but scared to show it. No, I'm going to let you know this is where I am. If it ain't it, it ain't it. I'm okay with that because I'm okay with me, and I can go ahead and part ways.
Well,
but I do agree with Fallon. I think it depends on where you are.
I gotta say something real quick. I'm gonna be real short. I feel like dating, it depends on what your interpretation of dating with intentions is. Like, all right, when I was dating, I was open about it. Am I dating openly or am I dating a single person? What are my interests? Are we sleeping together or are we sleeping with other people? You feel me? How am I dating? You feel me? Like I'm open like that. You feel me? But if I'm dating with intention, you feel me? Like I'm dating you, you feel me? I'm trying to get to know you. You letting a person know that. You feel me? Like that's what I think about when you say dating with intention. Like how are we dating? Am I dating to date to be in a relationship, to get married? I want to have children, blah blah blah, or how do you see yourself being married in the future? Do you want to have kids? You feel me? Do you want to be in a relationship? That's what it means. Like, what are your intentions? You feel me? Like, you got to know all that through dating.
I thought these was normal questions you asked. This ain't nothing new. You supposed to ask these questions.
Yeah.
When did
this
become? When did this become like? Would this become like something
but
new
you'd
and
be
exciting?
surprised how many people shy away from questions. And I'm speaking like, and I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. How you say it's easy, that's for you, and for me, I love it. I love when those questions are asked. For me, that's where you define a person's how they're grounded, right?
Correct.
But you'd be surprised. And I even started dating men in their 50s. And you know how many of them don't know how to answer them questions or they shy away from them. When you shy away, I'm like, all right, I know it ain't what it is. You know what I mean?
No,
then
I know.
Don't
so
leave
I
me
know
in
why
the
they.
and I'm
So I know why.
But that's what I'm saying. So you say it's simple. We would think it's simple, but for a lot of people, it's hard.
Listen,
So
niggas
now
who
listen.
don't
So
answer
now
those
hold up.
questions.
So hold up. She done circle. You done made a full circle back around finally. Thank you. Because see, this goes back to what I was gonna say earlier about the. Damn, it was right there on the tip of my damn brain.
It be like that.
That should be fucking with me, but damn. Something you just said about dating. Oh, dating with intention. That's when you first start dating somebody, like you say, and communicating as you date them.
Mm-hmm.
If they only are listening to you, talk about you, and they do not interject no questions concerning you or any part or any time in there, then they aren't dating worth dating with intentions. How does that sound? Does that sound kind of like connected? Because a person that you can be dating with intentions with is going to show interest in you as well as you telling them about yourself.
Correct. But I'm thinking this is normal shit. Like this is shit like what's your favorite color? Like you start off with you're supposed to start off with my thing is, do you want to have more kids? Because if you don't, I'm gone.
My thing is you want to do more than come out.
I get you up out of there real quick because I want to have more kids. Well,
what is you thinking? What do you want us to do? Date?
Yeah. So I don't understand when all this. Yeah, I don't understand when all this became like some hard shit. This is some shit that you did when we were younger. Like, what's your favorite color? Like, what is your flower? As we get older now. So no, but what I'm noticing is that them 50-year-old niggas ain't trying to tell you what they going to do until they get the drawers. It's like, okay, I don't want to answer the question wrong. because I still want to hit. That's basically why the niggas ain't answering the question. Because if we talking, I need to know, what you like to do, what is your interest, like what your schooling is, what's your career, do you work, like what do you like to do? I'm a roller coaster kid. Like I need to know because Mike, I'm ready to go. Like shit, we can wake up one morning and I can end up in California.
You dating with
See,
intention, but if you're not dating with that purpose, like if I just want to date to have fun, you feel me? I just want to hit a couple times. Maybe over time I get to know things about you, but I don't really care about some of those things. I'm just being honest with you.
I ain't never seen that.
But I had listen, all right,
Yeah.
all right, at one point in time I was single. I was on my I didn't want so many people. I don't mean to sound, but women was throwing themselves at me to the point where I didn't find the way it was being thrown attractive. You feel me? So I kind of backed off. I was dating, but I didn't really want to I was honest. I don't want no relationship. I ain't trying to be in no relationship. Anybody who tried to get to that point. Before me and my girl got a relationship, I really was on some, we could date, we can hang out, we can have all types of fun. But if you ever approach me with some relationship type shit, I knew that was my line to cut your ass off. I don't care how much I like
Hold
you.
on, but Jude, that's dating with intentions. You clearly told them your intention. That's what I say. I don't know when this shit became I don't understand how this became I'm telling you my intentions when I talk to a girl. Look, I got a girlfriend. Whatever you want to do, we can do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Flat out. Let's go do it. I've never been in a position where guys are not or women are not saying a woman oh, I don't want a relationship, but we can have fun. That's still dating with intentions. You're telling me exactly what you don't want. Now the problem is that when niggas double back and when girls double back after being with me for 6 months, they're like, oh well, we could do a relationship, and then I'm stumped oh,
yeah, I just told you. Yeah, you see,
I'll be like,
then here come Neil.
Yeah, then I'll be like,
I definitely agree.
Yeah,
some people are not open or transparent, and when those a lot of people, when you ask that, they feel like they don't know how to have that type of communication.
Of course, because they're still trying to get the drawers.
I'm just saying.
Listen, right there at that point when you realize, Coco, that they can't have that kind of conversation, then you
I'm out.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. That's what you're supposed to do. I mean, because there's nothing to have a conversation like that.
Listen, Jude.
That's what I mean. We don't even get to the point of where.
No. I think
it doesn't get to the point of that.
Yeah. So listen what I'm saying. So me and Jude both know that if you too honest with a woman, you might not get what you really want from her, right? So these niggas I ain't get the ass yet. Listen, it is true. Most older,
Mike.
Listen, most older men. We're talking about most older dudes.
You keep saying older dudes.
Yeah. We're talking about their 50s, bro. We're talking about their 50s, right?
Okay, I'm in my 60s, so you say older guys, you talking about most middle-aged guys.
Yeah, so after they so listen, so after they go through raising their kids and all that type of stuff, right? What they get scared of the most is jumping into a relationship that they're not ready for, right? When they find out the younger guys and the middle-aged guys, such as myself, we don't realize I done told girls I had a girlfriend and they still gave me the number. Oh yeah, what's up? What you want to do? So I've never lied to a girl. My father said never lie to anybody unless you're scared of them. I ain't scared of nobody. But I've been around older men who go, damn, you done told her like that, boy. Young blood, I couldn't do that, man. Boy, I'm gonna have to get the drawers first. I'm like, hold on, but why would that take you in order for you to answer the questions? Like I was at City View watching them old niggas on security. Mm-hmm. They trying to finesse their way into some panties. I'm like, yo, she came here looking for somebody to crack her back, bro. Oh no, young blood, no. I'm gonna go get her a drink, right? And the old man just kept ordering her drinks. I walked over to her. I said, look here, I said, what you doing tonight? She said, nothing. I said, what you trying to do tonight? She said, so whatever you trying to do. I went over to the OG. I said, I'm about to go to the bathroom, yo. Hey, yo, you got that right? He go, yeah, I got it. Yeah. And he went over there, and then they left at the bar. He came back, yo, young blood, you was right. So they're not used to being where a woman is in their generation receptive to just fooling around.
I
Because
feel
remember, like
like
fooling.
that's not true. That's not true. I hang around a lot of older men. A lot
Hey,
of
I
them.
was there. Hey, listen.
I
Saturday.
feel you.
Hey, no,
I
no,
hang
listen,
around
no,
them.
listen, no, listen. To me, Saturday, man. You need to go out to City View. Yo. You got to watch this show. It's
Listen,
like
we
the
can go.
funniest shit. Like,
Listen, we can go. Listen, I'm telling
yeah,
you.
let's go.
Listen. I hang with a lot of older men, right? And I feel like it just depends on the type of men. What I do know about older men when it comes to dating, I do see a lot of them dating. It's just that a lot of them at their age, they also like us, like older women, very open about their intentions because they don't have time for a lot of shit either. However, once they do, what I've noticed, and y'all men can agree or disagree. What I've noticed is once a man is serious about a woman and they be together for a while, and if heartbreak comes in between that, it takes a while for that man to give himself back to another woman after a while. And he'll want to date, he'll try to, but they usually y'all usually don't necessarily y'all are content with being alone for a while, but y'all
Yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to be.
yeah,
But
yeah. I mean,
but
that's true. Everybody take their breaks.
don't knock the swag, because they be the ones. Cause see, them young dudes, they crashing out. The older dudes, they laid back, they chilling. You feel me? They telling you, all right, I talk to you in a couple days when you got your shit together. And women ain't liking that
Yeah,
for
that's
real. You
me.
feel me?
That's what I tell
You
them. I
feel
tell
me?
them get the fuck on.
They ain't going back and forth with your ass either. You feel me? They
No,
don't got
I ain't got
time.
time for that shit.
But at the same time, like I gotta give. I don't know. I gotta give the older community some credit with their dating. They are hella intentional. They seem moody because they done been through so much bullshit. You think about some of the bullshit you done went through, like your teenage years, your younger years, and you said something about childbearing age. Childbearing age is like from 14 to like 20 something or like 30 or something for real.
Yeah, 30 something.
But
Yeah.
but but you grow up and you get old and you start to you start to know for sure what you want, and you start to look for that. And so many people so busy, so good at putting up fronts that it takes you a while to kind of see that true character. But when you get old, you start thinking about time, and you ain't
Well,
some
you don't really
things,
care. Yeah.
yeah, you feel me, like you just let shit go with the flow. You don't feel like playing, but you also ain't ready to settle down for just no any old bullshit. So
True.
so it's like to be stuck in the middle of what the fuck to do. So
Hmm.
you end up. I bet dating older is probably a little more extreme than dating like in your 30s and your 40s. Dating 50 and above, probably, because you really know what the fuck you want and what you going to take and what you're not going to take. They got to be tough. It got to be, because the young generation crazy, and then the older generation, they ain't
You
with
know,
that shit.
crazy.
So yeah.
So
I
listen
mean,
to
I
Mike. The middle-aged guys are crazy. The guys
Right.
that's in the 40s, they crazy. The
right.
women in their 40s are crazy. The women's in their 50s and 60s are crazy. Shit, I'm
Everybody.
on the same person in
Everybody
the
but
damn
seven.
movie.
I'm probably like, what
I'm
the
on
hell?
the, I'm on the same person in the damn place. Because I'm gonna say, yeah, I mean, dating is a serious thing. But like I say, when I'm going out with somebody, I'm really not trying to date. You say, hey, we're not dating or nothing like that. I say, okay, you're cool, but we're going out to get to know you. You might decide you might want to change your mind and start dating. But if you don't, that's
Hmm.
cool. I'm cool with that. I'm not pressuring you into trying to be into no kind of dating relationship or nothing like that with me. I just want you to go out and have fun and get to know me, and let me get to know you. Like I said, I don't like the idea of people call me friends, especially women, and you don't even know me. Let's go out, let's hang out. Let's hang out a little bit. Let's go out. So you can see what I'm like away from this Facebook and all that shit. Cause you got the bullshit mixed up with reality. If at any time that you think you can talk to Mr. Paul any kind of way, and I want you to get this in your head that hey,
Hmm.
he's the same way in person as he is on Facebook. So yeah, get to know me. Then if you decide, like, hey, I like you, let's try, let's go, let's date, let's get to know each other even more, let's date each other. Then I say, okay, well, I'm cool with that. Or you didn't know I'm not cool with that. I said, I just want to get to know you, and I just prefer that we just stay friends. Cause I mean, I, but if you, hey, If you say I'm interested in more than that, and I like you too, I'm saying I'm down with that. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. But no, I'm not gonna play no
And
games with nobody. I'm not gonna play no
and don't
games.
let that come over. That shit. I'm gonna tell you the easiest way to that had me cut you up. Don't keep texting me what you doing, and
Oh,
don't
I do
me
that.
to
I do
come
that all
over
day
because
long.
it ain't
I do that.
working.
I do that all the time. Look, my
No,
go-to
and
is what you
that's
doing.
not for me. That no, you ain't. First of all, if that's what it is, say that. But don't be doing no whole lot. That's not
Listen,
dating. Some people
listen, man.
think dating is just you come over, I come over. That's not it.
I
That's
ain't letting
not
nobody
dating. That's just
go.
first of all, if I want to sit home and watch TV, I can do that in my own joint. But no,
That's the pleasure
that's
crystal
not
there.
dating.
So let
Hmm.
me, so let
That's the
me, so let
pleasure
me.
crystal.
Yes, let me tell you. Let me tell you the funniest shit. What's
That,
going
that
on?
ain't
What's going on? So what's going on is that social media has influenced dating, right? To the point where simple shit like what you doing is a problem, right? Every chick that called me be like, Mike, what you doing? You need to find out exactly what the fuck am I doing before you call me. I don't see where there's a problem at, right? If I ask you every day what you doing, I need to know exactly what you're doing before I go. Okay, well, I was thinking about going to the harbor. Do
but
you
it
want to
don't
go down there
follow
with
up
me?
with nothing. Is what I'm
Right?
saying. No,
Hmm?
but if nothing follows the what you doing, and if I say chilling, and then it's quiet, but if it's only
Yeah,
a
yeah.
text and you
I don't
don't
know what
call me,
chill. I don't know what
or
chilling
nothing like
is. So when
no,
y'all
no,
get
no.
these,
But I'm just saying, if you, that's what I'm saying. No, no, no. Hear me out. If it's just that, and there's nothing else, okay. Like if I ask you, my thing is, if I want to talk to you, I want to hear your voice. I'm going to call you. I'm not going to keep texting you that, and then it's crickets. Because at the while now, you wasting my time.
but you're
Because
not
if I'm
holding.
going to
But
call you,
you
I want to know what you're doing. If I want to see you, I'm going to say that. No, 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 no.
stop.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
So
Hear me out.
listen. What
Yeah,
I'm
I'm going
telling
to
you.
say that, but don't just keep
But listen to me.
giving me
But you got
open-ended
it.
stuff.
So listen, women do not want to be responsible with how the fuck they respond to what you're doing, right? I had one girl that's all she kept saying, like, yo, I was like, yo, what you doing? I'm
Okay.
chilling. I don't know what the fuck chilling mean. All right, well, shit, listen, I'm done because I'm going back to watching my TV, right? Because if you
Right.
chilling, if
Girl,
you
guys,
chilling, then that's what's up.
thank
So I don't
I
know.
cannot do that pressure.
So I don't know what chilling is, right?
Yeah.
I'm a
I
That's
grown
can't do
not
ass
that
what.
man.
pressure.
I don't know what chilling. Chilling mean that you relax and then you don't want to talk. So I'm cool. I'm gonna go back to doing what the fuck I was doing, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel.
Because it, no,
I'm
go ahead,
sorry,
Jude.
Mike. I feel
No,
no.
go ahead,
So
Jude.
I feel like you like I was agreeing with you because I'm just saying like all right if you text me like what you doing I say nothing chilling I might like if you don't say nothing and I'm not saying I might text back like wow what's up like or if I don't text back like I'm just taking like oh well you just asked like you chilling now
Uh,
I just feel like instead of people putting too much emphasis into the text message if you now wonder well, why you text me if you ain't want nothing? I'm probably gonna pick up the phone and call you and ask you, why you text me if you ain't want nothing? Probably just to
Right.
spark the conversation or something. Like some
It,
people just try to break that. Some people you ever text somebody and don't really know what to say, but you was thinking about the motherfucker, so you try to
yes,
spark
all
the
the time.
conversation. Like
Yes.
that
What
it
you
that's
happens.
doing?
fine. No,
Yeah.
no, and I get that, and I'm with whoever Earl Focus is on here. Instead of texting her, what you doing? Just let her know. Get ready. Let's go out and go somewhere. I'm with that
Nigga,
too. But if
I
I
might
do
not want
say,
to go.
oh,
I might not want
no,
to go out with her.
no, stop,
Stop with the
hold
goofy
on.
shit.
So even okay, you don't have to. But even if I say I'm chilling, what about you? And then it's crickets, and but then you text me back, what you doing? Stop what you doing to me and talk to me. And if I do
Oh
call
yeah,
you,
no, I ain't talking to you.
then
I feel
you
like
then
you
you
know it's what
if
you
I
doing.
do call you, you don't even know what to say when I call you. What kind of shit is that?
Okay, so let me put
That's
it.
what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
yeah. So you're talking about the repetitive what you doing. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
understand that
Oh,
part.
okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
Yeah,
understand
I
that.
don't
Yeah, I don't
understand that
understand
either.
that.
yeah,
I don't
that.
understand that.
I
Yeah,
don't I
that's
don't get
retarded.
that.
Yeah, that's retarded.
I,
I
Now
just
when
feel like you
I,
don't
so this
really
is
want to
I'm,
talk
I
to
know
me,
y'all
stop.
so
can
I'm
tell
not
my
gonna
voice.
talk to
That
you.
pisses me off because
Yeah, I don't know what that
my
is.
thing is if I ask you, I'm like if I say, hey, what's up? What you doing? And you like nothing, and I'm like I want to see you or something. I'm gonna let you know. Okay, let's link up. And my thing is this before Mike go there. If I ask you out, that means I'm taking you out.
Right.
Right.
Now if you hit me up and say let's go, let me
That's,
know if you ain't
that's
got no money.
what you mean. If
And
I'm
then
asking you,
that
baby,
way,
we
give me
going.
an option.
What?
Right. And then even still, but see, I'm the type of person, even still, if I notice if we go out a couple of times, right? And let's say you always pay. This is what it's like dating me. If we going out a couple of times and we hanging out consecutively, when the check come, I'm liable to grab it.
I'm gonna smack the shit
I
out you.
got you.
All you got to do is pay the tip, baby.
Why?
If we go out, if I'm asking you,
No,
just cover
I
the
mean, but
tip.
if
We
I'm
good.
more talking of, okay, I appreciate you. We going out and this is that and the third, but I'm just saying, like, but if I ask you out, I'm asking you, but that's what I mean when I'm saying, like, it's simple stuff like that be just crazy to me. And when people be making it seem so fucking difficult, and it ain't even about the money. Like sometimes it could be like, let's go to a museum, let's just go to a park, or let's walk around, somewhere. But people just be doing too much. But don't be like, what you doing, and then wait and hold on. This the one that get me though. You'll text me what you doing at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And I'm like, nothing. What's going on with you, right? 10:35 p.m.
Oh no, that's some weirdo shit. Yeah, that's weirdo
What
shit.
you doing?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
trying to come over?
That's
I'm
some
at
lose
work.
my number shit right there. Don't
Right,
call
yeah,
my
yeah, that's a
fucking
booty. Yeah,
number.
that's a booty
Lose
call.
my number.
Yeah, that's a booty call
Block,
thing, man.
block, block. You block.
Yeah,
No
I'm
more
not with that.
communication
And
with
I
you. You
don't like
block.
texting. And my thing is, you
Yeah.
can call me and everything is a text message. I have a problem with that because I'm real with everybody. I'm a big on communication. You gotta talk to me.
Yeah, I'm not big on texting.
I'm real. I'm a sapiosexual. You gotta talk to me.
I will entertain it for like 3 times, and then if you never pick up the phone, I'll block the shit out you. I'm not with all that texting shit. Pick up the motherfucking phone. And I hate texting. I don't like that shit at all.
And then you,
But so back to this Earl Focus guy, right? I hate when niggas say this
I
shit
don't know who he
because
is.
you never know like exactly what a person's doing, right? Now, if your intention is to go out and have a good time and you done plant some shit in your mind, you want to kick ideas with her, that's fine. But all the instead of texting her what you're doing, let her know to get ready. Where if I don't know where I want to go at, you know what I'm saying? I just got in the house, I just want to see what she doing, right? And if
That
she
sound
chilling,
like
that's
young
what's up.
nigga shit.
Yeah, I'm not waking up in my mind talking like, oh yeah, well what you doing? Oh yeah, let's go out. And then you hit me with the nah, the grandkids just came over. Oh, now I'm looking stupid. Oh damn. Um oh all right.
Fuck that. Let me tell you something. That's why I don't date men with small kids.
You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
calling you with
You
no
know what I mean, Paul?
always available. I
How
listen.
that work?
I ain't never
People
told
be
nobody no. Let's get that out of here.
people be saying, listen, man, dating is simple,
Yeah.
man. Dating is simple. Dating women is simple. Dating men is simple. I think because of the podcast, because of our social media, and because the viral clips and all that other stuff, people feel like money makes dating. So
Mm-hmm.
most people stray
Yeah.
away from asking
People
people
make it
when it's not my
complicated.
when it's not my payday. I don't date, right? And I go, what,
Yeah.
bro? There's Centennial Park in Columbia, bro.
Mm-mm.
If she got food stamps,
Thank
bro,
you.
we gonna go get some lunch meat, bro, and get a blanket. I used to do that in my teens. I do it now. Me and my girl go to Centennial Park when it's nice and watch the ducks. So you telling me if this what makes it so
Yeah.
mad because how people are so influenced about the social experiment, which is social media, they get into this whole thing
Mhm.
of, well, damn, if I had no money, I'm not gonna ask her. So it's y'all bullshitting around on the phone, right? Or y'all bullshitting around texting until one of y'all gets tired because nothing is being produced, right? And then all of the extravagant bullshit, like Shorty, there's a Chili's down my way, so we gonna go to Chili's. I don't eat Chili's, but you can eat it today. You can figure it out. Or you can stay the fuck home. I'm an IHOP kid, Shorty. Like we gonna go to IHOP. How you gonna make it work? Yeah, me. I don't do IHOP. Okay, well get the fuck on. Like they try to make chain restaurants seem like it was just so bad to go. Like you
Man,
forget.
them cheap dates be lit. That's when you had the most
Right,
fun.
right, you tripping. I mean, I can take you like I can right now, right? I did the Fridays right now when they got the strawberry Hennessy. You ain't complaining for the
Go
two
to the go
dollars. You gonna be drunk.
down here.
So
Down here. I take you to the
I
Golden
think that's
Corral.
the
yeah, the
company.
golden
It
You
don't
yeah,
all can
even
eat.
matter. Yeah.
You
yeah.
all
I
can
do
eat right at the Golden Corral. Let's go, baby.
yeah. So
Shit.
I think people make
If
that
you
Boneless.
Corral got
if
some
you
good
ain't good
biscuits. They
company and
food
you
horrible,
really
but
it's you know what type of person you have when those things matter and it don't really matter to you. But if you a dope person and you got a fun loving personality and we just trying to like vibe out and have fun, I'm not worrying about all of let's just chill out, relax. We can go look, I don't even know how to play pool, but I go,
listen,
we
listen,
can go to Dave and
li-
Buster's,
listen.
whatever.
I go to David Buses, man. I go to Sky Zone. I be flipping. I'm with the kids. So I'm saying like what
Got
Sky
that ass
Zone?
thing flipping over.
So So, but the weirdest thing is that
Listen, I leave that to the kids. I know my limits.
all right, so all right, so what's the next question?
No, but yeah.
Nah.
All right. We ain't got time for no next question. Thanks to y'all. It's like, no, I'm joking. We don't know. We got time. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a part 2 next week because it's still like 12 questions. And I'm quite sure after this, I'm going to get some more in my DM. Bosco probably going to get some more. Y'all probably going to get some more. And doing the show, we probably get some more. And that's fine because we welcome it. We love it. So these are like, I know Bosco had to leave, unfortunately. But these are like the shows that we actually do love because we get to really see how much you guys like are engaged with us. And this is our way of like making it about y'all again. So we love that. Thank you, Jude. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Mike. The always controversial. And also shout out to Bosco, my co-host, for always rocking it out with me, even when he don't feel good or not. But he always show up and show out. Thank you, Fallon. Thank you, Earl. Thank you, Hope. Thank you, Keone. I can always say she gonna fuck me up. Keone, Tasia,
Yoshaya.
Quentin, J-Bed, Tiffany, Rich, Tierra, Quentin, Akira. If I missed your name, I'm sorry, but thank you. I'll make sure I say it next week. But as usual, we love you guys. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
In a minute.
Do you?
All right.